It was just last week, in fact just a few days ago, that I posted my review of the Numskull Quarter Arcade BurgerTime arcade machine. I really enjoyed taking a look at that BurgerTime. I rated it quite highly despite an audio issue that it had. But since posting that review, I have learned quite a bit from other folks who already had that BurgerTime, and in fact some issues that it has that maybe weren't widely publicized, that it seemed like I have an audience and a platform here to share that, so maybe I can help get those things fixed in all fairness to consumers and to Numskull themselves. So that's what I want to do in this quick video. Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I am John and I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. So BurgerTime, Data East classic, one that I think if you grew up in the arcade era as a Gen Xer, you know the game well. And I thought I knew it pretty doggone well, but it turns out there are some reproduction issues of this BurgerTime that didn't quite ring true in some players' ears. So there are three things I want to cover in this video. The first goes back to the original review when we noticed that there was a bit of a rattle in the speaker whenever the volume was particularly high around music and whatnot. And I think if I can find the sample, it sounded like this. Yeah, just like a buzz at the top end. Well, Numskull themselves saw my review and they posted in the comments that yes, indeed, as I suspected, that was a singular defect of this model. It's not normal, it's not standard, so mine has a problem and it can be addressed. So I want to make sure that that is brought to light. It was an assumption that I made and make sure that I share on behalf of Numskull that in fact that audio defect is not widespread on all of their BurgerTime, in fact, any of their cabinets. So I wanted to share that. The second one I wanted to cover is this. Many people listened to the audio and said, you know, John, that sounds like it's playing too high pitched. I didn't hear it. So I'm not a super duper fan of BurgerTime, but I have put in my hours, right? So I didn't notice when I was listening that it's any higher pitch than perhaps a normal BurgerTime is. What didn't jump out at me like, you know, other games we've played in the past where I had to do an analysis side by side to see, but in this case, the only way for me to try to hear the difference is to put them side by side. So what I have done here is I have placed MAME running, MAME I trust. MAME has proven itself to me historically to be accurate to the original arcade machines. And on the right, I have the quarter arcade Numskull cabinet. And I want to run it through a few parts of the game to hear. And for starters, why don't we do, let's do putting in a coin a few times. And what you're going to hear is 3 coins inserted. First is MAME, and then is going to be the quarter arcade. So here we go. Now, to my ear, I don't necessarily hear a huge difference. Of course, there's a timbre difference because one is captured digitally and one is in the real world coming out of a speaker, but they sounded about the same to me. But, you know, that sound is kind of like a noise. It's not so much music. So I thought music was a great place to start. So then I done some gameplay here. What I would like to try to do in this case is try to not walk over too much of the hamburger pieces so that you can hear the music and just listen to it. And in each case, you're going to hear a back and forth between MAME and the quarter arcade, and MAME and the quarter arcade. So listen to this. Yeah, now there I can certainly hear the difference between the two. And in fact, I would agree the BurgerTime is either running, is it a little fast or a little high? Maybe the fact is it's running a little faster, therefore the pitch is a little higher. I couldn't tell speed, it's so close and looks so accurate to me, but certainly it is playing a bit too high pitch, which suggests maybe the game is playing a little too fast. Here's a little more from that gameplay. Here's walking over some of the hamburger pieces if this helps at all. Yeah, not much extra data there, but I do want you to listen to when your chef dies, because that's a little melody that plays, you know, not unlike Pac-Man's whoop, 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 that kind of noise that is very melodic. And here I think I can really hear the pitch difference. So again, starts with MAME and then goes to the quarter arcade. Listen. Yeah, I think that's pretty definitive. People commented, I think they're absolutely right. There is a bit of a pitch difference. Maybe it's running at a slightly incorrect frequency, a little too fast or something. This is exactly the kind of thing that, look, Numskull knows they make a premium product, and they're known for putting out updates to, you know, up to correct little problems like this. So I fully expect this is something that can be fixed and likely will be fixed. I want to make sure that I draw it to the attention of Numskull so they're aware. If, you know, they didn't know, I think it's important to, that's what we're here for, is to make sure everybody knows what's going on and they get what they pay for. The other one was actually related to the dip switch settings.
Yeah, so here we are in the menu, and what I'm told is if you come down and turn on the end of level pepper to on, or yes. I didn't know what this did. People in the comments very graciously helped me out. What this does is if you finish a level and you have 0 peppers, it will give you 1 for the next level. So it shouldn't affect anything else, I guess, but let's see if I start a game and I'm able to tell the problem. What I've heard is there's like some overlay issue or something left over when you start the game, so let's see. Let me go ahead and hit start. Whoa! Whoa! Yes, I can tell. I can tell the problem. If you look closely, you might see, what the heck? Okay, yeah, that's just clearly an oversight of some kind. What would cause that? Yeah, that's a problem for certain. So it looks like it's left over from the high score screen. Is that what that? Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, because I can see my initials in there, and there's Ken, who still has my high score. Okay, so this one is pretty obvious. I think the music, you could say, is up to, you know, your ear or personal taste, or, you know, we listen to that, but this looks like I'm slowly erasing the stuff. Am I? Or is it, I don't know. I mean, either way, it's not good, but I can't tell if I'm getting rid of any of it. Yeah, some of it is going away as I walk over it, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I mean, that doesn't make it right, but it's interesting. Okay, yeah, there's the problem.
Yeah, that one is pretty doggone obvious, and anyone who would turn that setting on would immediately realize what the problem is. And that's something that I'm sure it's in the ROM, and it's something that can be fixed. So with any luck, look, Numskull is going to see this. We have good relationships with our friends over at Numskull. They're going to see this hopefully and go, at the very least, we absolutely need to get a fix for the dip switch setting that has the whole high score overlay table on there. That's broken. That's definitely broken. And then the pitch, I don't think that's a game breaker. It's definitely a little higher pitched. There's no debate there. I mean, I didn't run it through an oscilloscope and whatever measures pitch. I don't know what those things are, but you can hear it even to my ear. When you listen to them side by side, you can tell. It'd be ideal if an update fixed that as well. And then finally, last thing to remember all the way back to the beginning, the buzzing sound you heard in my review was in fact not universal across the systems. That was a defect in my review unit. So all assumptions that I made way back when, and now updating it there. So in fairness, since I'm posting this video to share these problems, if in fact there is an update from Numskull to update this cabinet, I look over there, we're sitting on the table, update this cabinet, I will post another quick update to share with you what has been done, right? So we had a review, favorably reviewed. I stand by my review. I think I said, was it 4.5 tokens or something? I stand by that. These bugs notwithstanding. Had I noticed the overlay dip switch setting, that might have been a ding, but I'm going to stand by that review for now with the expectation Numskull's going to address these. So when there is a change, when there is an update, when there's something more to tell you, I'll do another, as I said, quick one of these videos. Meanwhile, I'll throw links over my shoulders here and here to some other Numskull coverage I've done recently. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this quick video. Can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.